Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing this full-blown review and kind of like a first impressions of the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Foundation. This was given to us for free at Generation Beauty in New York City, and first off, thank you so much Makeup Forever, because I was gonna buy this while I was in New York and then they were giving it away and I was like, alright, this works out. So I am in the shade Y235, which I'm pretty sure is the same as the 120 in the original HD foundation that they used to have. So this is like their first foundation in the makeup industry that has like 4K technology. Ooh. So if you want to see all my thoughts on it and all that kind of stuff, then just keep watching. So they did completely rechange like all of the like foundation colors from their old HD foundation. And I should start by saying that I used to like that foundation, but it broke me out like crazy. And I think I was in the shade 120, which the girl that color matched me said that this is the equivalent shade to that. This is Y235, and she said that's pretty much the same thing as 120 in the old HD foundation. This is the pump here. It's exactly like the old one too. I find that it's a little bit skinnier maybe. I don't know, I feel like the other one was a little bit fatter, like the bottle, but I could be crazy. Okay, so this, let's just read the box here. Created for the very latest high-definition technologies of the film and TV industry, Ultra HD advanced formulas look invisible on 4K camera to the naked eye. Perfect for the makeup pros and for you. Ultra HD foundation feels like a second skin, but still provides medium coverage, and the light diffusing formula looks natural and makes skin look flawless and feel moisturized. Exclusive 4K complex guarantees invisible, natural, and comfortable makeup. The fluid texture blends in seamlessly and conceals imperfections to unify the skin's texture. Great for all skin types and features, and a full range of shades to cover all skin tones. And it says to shake it before you use it. So I think that's pretty cool. It's the first like 4K foundation, which that is like the new HD or, you know, whatever. So yeah, I'm going to apply it. I will be applying it with this like dome round shaped brush from Crown Brushes. I will link all the brushes down below that I use in this video. The past like couple months I've been using primers just because my skin has like normalized a lot. It used to be really dry, but it's pretty normal, and then throughout the day I actually do get oily. So I have been using primers, but because of my other like full-on review videos, I'm not going to use a primer just for that purpose. And as you can see, I am breaking out. So I thought that would be a great day to do this review anyways, to see how this covers my pimples. Okay, so I am going to put, I just did like 3 pumps on the back of my hand. And I like a pretty full coverage. I'm not gonna lie. I like a full coverage. So, let's see here. And I have a really just like straightforward, a neutral undertone. I get a lot of questions about that. So people will ask me like, what's my shade in MAC foundation? And to be honest, I don't have a perfect shade in MAC because I'm so neutral that if I go too yellow, it can look really yellow on me. And if I go too pink, it'll look really dark and like red on me. So that's why I love my Too Faced foundation, because I feel like I just found like the perfect shade for me, and it is more on the yellow side. So overall I'm neutral, but in my face I get a little bit more pink, so I like to go more yellow in my foundation so that it kind of blocks out the redness, because if I went pink then I'd have like a really pinky face and like a more neutral to yellow body, if that makes any sense. So this is more of that yellow undertone. I told her too, I said if I'm right in between 2 shades, go with the more yellow one, because you know. So overall, so far, ugh, stupid earring. I find it's a little, like comparing it to my Too Faced foundation that I'm like obsessed with, the Too Faced would have almost completely covered that. So this is a medium coverage, and I know the Too Faced Born This Way is like a medium to full, but this should be buildable. So we'll see how this works. I'm gonna go ahead and do this side. So I'm already with 2 pumps, and I only did, or I think I did 3 pumps, and I already did both sides of my face. So I feel like I definitely need more product than with the Too Faced foundation. And the reason why I keep comparing the two is because the Too Faced foundation is like my jam. If you watch my videos, you know I use it all the time. I actually had somebody that told me that I'm getting like repetitive with it and to use other products. So I really hope I like this foundation so I can make you happy. Now I'm going to conceal. I'm using the Naked Skin Concealer from Urban Decay in the color Light Warm. This is like about to go kaput. It's almost all the way gone, and I kind of want to get another one of these like in this shade, but I also want to get a darker one just so I can like cover up blemishes and stuff, because you'll see in a minute I'm about to cover up this, you know, head honcho right here, and I'm going to use a different concealer because blah, 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 what am I trying to say? This is lighter, and I also use it to like highlight the face, as you can see in the T-zone area here. To cover up the pimple, I'm going to use the Radiant Creamy Concealer from NARS in the shade Custard, because that is my shade for pimples. And then, yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and blend in all of this concealer using this brush from Crown. It is the number C450. And it's pretty much the same thing as the Sigma F86, except it's half the price pretty much. So I'm just going to first blend in the darker areas. Or not darker areas, but the darker concealer, I guess. And then blend out the highlighted areas. I'm going to use the MAC Pro Emphasize Shaping Powder to set all of the highlighted areas on my face. I'm going to basically mix these two colors here. I'm going to use this brush from Crown, which looks a lot like the 109 brush from MAC. I'm going to use this blush brush from Crown, and I'm applying Rosy Outlook from MAC. So now I'm going to highlight, and I'm really sad because this is Champagne Pop and it's broken. I just got back from New York and it must have just like shattered in my bag, but I'm gonna use this ginormous fan brush from Crown to apply this onto my cheekbones. So I just showed you everything that I put on my face just so you have an idea of all of that. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish up my under eye and do my lips, and I will be right back and just give you some first impression thoughts on this foundation. So now that I finished up my eyes, the lips, and I did my hair, I'm gonna give you just kind of like my first impressions of this foundation. It is definitely a little bit more matte than the original HD foundation that they used to carry. I think that they stopped carrying it completely, but the thing I also didn't like about the original one is that it was a little bit too dewy for me because my skin is pretty normal, and even when it was a little bit more dry, it still wasn't one of my favorite foundations. So far I'm impressed with the finish of it. I do have to say, when I was in New York, I did apply it one of the days, like the last day, but I didn't really pay attention to it too much until like the very end of the day after I had it on for like 14 hours or something crazy, and it was starting to separate here on my forehead, and on my nose it was like really red. But again, I was like walking around New York City all day. So it's about 1 o'clock right now. I'm gonna go ahead and wear this throughout the day, and I will check back later on and show you basically what it looks like. But before I go, I'm just gonna like get all up close and personal to the camera so you can see like really in depth what this looks like on my face. All right, it is 7:16 at night. So it's been like 6 hours or something crazy. I don't even know. But I would leave this on longer, but I just want to go to bed after this. I know it's early, but I'm going to like this Kryolan class in the morning to learn some new special effects stuff, so I'm really excited. So I need to go to bed, but I just thought I'd give you like a review on the foundation. So far, so good. I did feel like when I was in New York, it didn't last as long as it did just now, but you know what? I was out in the cold, I was walking around, the wind was hitting my face, I was rubbing my nose, so all in this area it was like pretty red, and in this area it was kind of starting to separate. So I would definitely recommend a primer. I think that day I actually used a hydrating primer, which I probably should have used like a mattifying primer. So today this is with no primer at all. You can see it is a little bit more dewy than when I originally put it on like in the cheek area, the forehead area, chin area, but overall, I really like it. I feel like I really need to use it more and more and more just to see if it really can like hold up to the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, but so far, so good. We'll see if this one breaks me out like the other HD foundation did, because that one really did break me out. But so far I haven't had any like terrible reactions. I really hope that you guys like this video. Let me know if there's any other products that are out that you would like me to review. Let me know all of your requests down below. Oh, tomorrow, the day after you're watching this, is my meet and greet in Chicago, and I'm so excited. So I will post all that information down below. So I really am so excited to see you guys. We're getting pizza most likely. So let me know if you're coming to that. I'm so excited to meet you guys. I hope to meet everybody one day soon. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!